I always mean to do like an official introduction when I sit down because I put these up on my website and I always forget because I'm like talking, and then I'm usually like midway with my back to the camera. So those of you that take this on demand, my intros are terrible, right? Oh, it's embarrassing how bad it is. So I'm trying to be cognitive. This is one of my goals in the new year is to be cognitive of how I start the class. Not just for you here present now, but for everyone else. So I'm going to take a beat. Hello, I'm Maeve. Happy Monday. This is Vinyasa. Let's lie down on your backs. That was good, right? Hug your knees into your chest, please. We're going to get right into it. So, this is a pose. I always make a point of saying that this is a pose because this is something that we do sort of naturally because it feels so good. It's a pose, apanasana. So, you're practicing yoga when you pull your knees into your chest. Anytime before you knew this was a pose, you were like ahead of the game in the posture game. Take some breaths here. Let your hips, your sacrum get a little heavier and see if you can release your back a bit into the ground. And then keep the right knee in, put the left foot down on the ground. You're gonna take the left leg like you're in Baddha Konasana. So it's like a half Baddha Konasana. Just open the knee out, keep the right knee hugged in. Pinky side of the left foot is on the ground. You're taking your attention to your breathing, to any sensation. And as always, if something doesn't feel good, use your deepest intelligence to find something else. Usually that's just moving away from whatever the discomfort is. And I should say, moving away from, it's okay to be like a little uncomfortable, but like the discomfort, pain, we want to avoid that. So if this, like, I put you in this position, your back started to bother you, you would just lift your knee up. It's so simple. And then let's switch this. Bring the knee back and center first. Hug that left knee in. Put the right foot down. Let the knee drop open. And then draw the knee back up to center, both knees into your chest. Good squeeze. And then make your way onto your hands and your knees. So however you want to get there, come around, hands and knees. Right leg extends back. Your toes are going to stay down just to start. Push the ground away, spread the shoulder blades on the back. And then at the same time, spread the collarbone so that you're not just fully rounding here. You're pushing away, but then you're pulling the heart forward. Float the right leg up and take the leg as long as you can. Left arm comes forward. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, elbow, knee together, exhale. Inhale, reach, bend the elbow, bend the knee, and then reach back, and then cross. Inhale, bend, bend. Exhale, bend, bend, draw in. So you're just taking these opposites. Extending, and then here, flexion. One more time. Bring your left hand down, tuck the left toes, three-legged dog. Open the right hip. Bend the right knee if it feels good. Pull your foot toward your tailbone. Right foot outside your right hand, left knee down. I'm going to take my right toes on an angle. My knee's going to follow that angle. So instead of having my toes straight ahead, just a little bit turned open. Usually that gives people more space. Gives me more space. If you want, bend the back leg, totally optional, and you can take the foot. Let the chest open, let the shoulder open. Yes. Really nice. And release the foot if you have it. Keep the angle of this leg. Straighten the right leg, shift your hips back. If it's a little open, if you didn't, it's fine. If you kept it neutral, it's more than fine. It's great. Whatever feels good here. Rebend the front leg. Sweep the right leg back. So same leg that we've been working on before. Take the left arm forward, bend the right leg, reach back with your left hand, and if it's okay, push the foot away. Release. And then child's pose, stretch back. 2 breaths here. And then rise up, hands and knees. Left leg extends back. Keep your toes down just to start. Feel the big toe push down, the pinky toe push down, inner left thigh lifts. And then right arm goes forward, left leg lifts up. Take a breath in. And then exhale, elbow, knee to each other. Inhale, reach, bend, and lift. And then bring it back around. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go one more time. Beautiful. Just release that leg. Release that hand down. Good. Tuck your toes. 3-legged dog. Let the hip open if it feels good. And then bend the knee. Actively pull your foot toward your tailbone. And then left foot outside of your left hand. Toes open a little bit. Maybe the knee follows the line of that foot. Deep breaths here. Option to take the back foot. Little engagement in that right hip. The right glutes, the back of the hip. The butte. Release the foot if you have it. Bring the hand around and then straighten your front leg. Yes. Rebend the front leg. Sweep the left leg back. Right arm forward and back. Option, take the foot and push the foot away. Beautiful. Yes. One more. Inhale. Release. Downward facing dog, please. Walk your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway, inhale. fold with your exhale. Inhale, rise up to stand. Draw your hands into your heart, exhale. Pushing your feet down, rise up, inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. And fold back down, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Draw your hands into your heart, exhale. Setting rhythm. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and bow. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Inhale, rise, rise, rise. Hands into heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhale, halfway. And then fold down again. Rise up, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Right foot steps back, exhale. Right knee gently to the ground. If you don't feel comfortable with your knee down, just take a crescent pose, but otherwise Anjaneyasana, lifting up through the heart. Sink into the front foot, push the foot down. So it's less about sinking into the hip, sink into the foot. Draw the legs toward each other. Send the breath up into the fingers. Release your hands down. Step back, plank. Breath in, belly down, exhale. Reach your arms overhead. Reach your feet back, Shalabhasana. Take a few breaths here. And then downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Right leg back, inhale. And right foot comes forward, exhale. Left knee down, Anjaneyasana, inhale. You've got a few breaths here. So you're sinking into the front foot, but you're pushing the foot away. So let's talk about the equal opposites. Equal opposite, you're dropping down and pushing away simultaneously. Letting your feet take your weight. Last breath in. Release your hands down. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. And then bow back down, exhale. Rise, inhale. Little pause on the top. Stretch your heart to the sky. And then bow forward again. Inhale, halfway. Left foot steps back. Left knee down. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Release your hands, exhale. Plank, inhale. Belly down, exhale. Inhale, Shalabhasana. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg stretches back, inhale. Exhale, place your foot forward. Right knee down. Anjaneyasana. Release your hands, step to the top of your mat. Halfway, inhale. And then bow down, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Bring your hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Right foot steps back, exhale. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Exhale, release your hands, straighten your front leg, shift your hips back. Take a breath here, and then shift forward. Plank, inhale. Belly down, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg stretches back, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale. Left knee gently down, Anjaneyasana, inhale. Release your hands, straighten your front leg. Shift forward, step forward, inhale, halfway. Bow down, exhale. Root to rise, inhale, little pause in the top, and then bow back down, exhale. Halfway, inhale, left foot steps back, exhale. Knee down gently, Anjaneyasana, inhale. Straighten the front leg, shift back, half splits. Shift forward, step back, plank, inhale. Belly down, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Right knee gently down, rise, Anjaneyasana, inhaling. Straighten the front leg, exhale. Come forward, step forward. Lengthen. And then bow down. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Come up halfway with your inhale. Step back to plank. Hold plank for a couple of breaths. Hold plank for a couple of breaths. Yes. Yes. Really nice. Inhale. Exhale, lower either halfway for chaturanga or all the way down to your belly, passing through. Curl up. Up dog, cobra, shalabhasana, you pick. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale to your toes, bend your knees, feet forward. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. So good. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga. Rise. Dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Knees bend, feet to hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise. Hands into heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up, right knee lifts up. And then hands down, standing splits. Take a few breaths here. Bend your left knee rather. Reach your right foot to the back of your mat. Toes turn toward the right side of your mat. Side angle any version of the pose. So arm could be on your thigh. You can use a block on the inside or on the outside of your foot, or you can have your hand on the ground. I like a generous length of stance here so that when you are sinking down, you have somewhere to go. If your feet are too close together and you're trying to get down into the pose, you're gonna shut yourself off, like for a good reason, for safety, if your stance isn't long enough. So play with that. See if you can lengthen out your stance. Really nice. Couple more breaths. Your right hand's going to come down to the ground. You're going to pivot to the pinky side of your right foot, and you're going to take your left foot behind the right leg to open into wild thing. And you're going to come around, lower to chaturanga or the ground. Up dog or cobra. Dog, exhale. Right leg stretches back with your inhale. Right foot steps between your hands. Push off the back toes. Warrior three. Lift off. Lengthen your legs, lengthen your spine, check in with your breath. Inhale, rise up, left knee lifts up. And standing splits. Start to pull your heart forward, start to bend your standing leg. Turn the left toes open, step to the back of your mat. You might need to adjust your stance when you get here, side angle. So you can play with it. You can make it longer. You can play with the width of it, the right and left of it. Check in with your breath. Notice where your mind is going here. Use the arm and the leg against each other on that right side to open the chest more, to roll the chest open. Make the left leg a little straighter and stronger. And catch yourself in your feet. Release your left hand down, pivot all the way over to the pinky side of your left foot, and then bring the right foot behind, and then open into wild thing. Come around, chaturanga, rise, and downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg stretches back, inhale. Left foot steps forward. Warrior three, lifting off. Inhale, knee comes up, lift up. And then put your foot down, take a pause and breathe, hands into your heart. Inhale, reach up, left knee lifts up. And then exhale, standing splits. Little pause there, option, take a little hop here for handstand, maybe 1 or 2, and then right foot down, left foot to the back of the mat, side angle. Release the left hand down. Wild thing on the left hand, left foot. And then right foot, top of the mat. Warrior 3, come back up. Good. Bend the back leg, the left leg. Rise up. And then bend both of your elbows. Just imagine that you could touch your hand and your foot together. I know it feels like it's forever away, right? At least that's me, but get that sense that you could just pull your foot into your hands. And then chair. And then rise up. Right knee lifts up. And standing splits. Take a breath there, maybe hop it up. Left foot down, right foot back of the mat. Side angle. Beautiful. Right hand down, pinky side of the right foot. Wild thing. Left foot top of the mat. Warrior 3. Good. Bend the back leg, reach back with your hands. And then chair. Take a breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Come halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, right leg back. Right knee, right elbow, exhale. Inhale back. And then exhale, cross. Inhale back. Exhale, place your foot forward, crescent pose. Inhale. Bend your left elbow. You can support with your right hand. Yeah. If you want, right hand can come behind your back. And maybe the hands come together, but they do not have to. Listen to me, they do not have to. You can have your hand behind your back just like this. Yeah? Last breath in. Left arm outside your right thigh. Release this right arm around. And find your twist. So good. Keep all things hips above exactly the same. Bend your left knee. And then hop your left foot a little closer to your front foot. Good. All things from the hips above stayed the same other than that back leg coming in about halfway. And then you're going to keep this right knee bent. You're just going to tip forward. Pick up the left leg. And then see if you can extend it back. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. Use your left hip to extend the leg. So engage the hip. Maybe bend that top leg. Release your hands down. Maybe take a little kick here and then take it back. Vinyasa or down dog. Move with your breath. Stay even and steady. Stay even and steady. From dog, left leg back, inhale. Left knee, left elbow, exhale. Inhale back. And then exhale right. Inhale back. Exhale, place your foot forward. Crescent pose, inhale. Right elbow bends. Support here, lift the heart, lift the head. So don't let the arm bring your head forward. Lift up. Maybe the left arm comes behind. Engage your right hip, the glutes, the back of the hip. It's going to open the front of the hip a little more. Stay in your breath, steady your gaze, stay in it, stay in it. And then release. Right arm outside, left thigh. Carefully release this left arm. Come around. Hands in prayer. To twist. Really nice. You know where we're going. Bend the back knee. Bring it part way in. Let yourself feel mobile here. Little tip forward. Take your weight in that left leg and then just see if you can lift that right leg up. Using the right glutes to lift the hip, hip extension. And then maybe adding a little hamstring here by bending the knee, pulling the foot toward your hip. Release your hands down, maybe a little kick up, and then back. Move through to downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Take your feet wide, 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 like at least as wide as your mat. If you're over 6 feet wider. Walk your hands back toward your feet. And then Balasana. You can adjust your feet however you want here. Maybe they come in a little closer. Maybe your toes need to turn open, your heels need to turn in so that your ankles get a little freedom. And then lift your chest, lift your heart. Good. Shift forward toward your toes. Take your hands, your arms in this exact position. So I'm going to go exactly from here forward. And then lift your hips. Palms together. You're cutting the pinky side of the hand into the ground. The outer forearm is pushing down. The elbows are pushing down. Good. Start to bend your knees. Walk your feet as close into your elbows as you can, and then bring your elbows toward your triceps. Good. And just pause here. Try to get the knees onto the triceps if you can. You're like in a little ball. And then push into the hands, stay on your toes, and come into a toe stand. So my legs are apart, they're parallel. Yes. Beautiful. Keep the toe stand, reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Take your hips as high up as you can. tip forward, come into crow, then pull the gaze forward. Come back into Malasana. Come into your toes, release your forearms down. Lift your hips, version of dolphin. Good, walk your feet in toward your elbows, knees to triceps, and then toe stand. Woo. And then crow. We're gonna do that again. One more time through. Malasana. Heart lifts. Yes. Forearms come down. Hips come up. Walk your feet toward your elbows. Knees to elbows. Triceps, I should say, sorry. Good. Toe stand. And then crow. And then downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, right leg back. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale back. Cross left. Inhale back. Right foot forward. Crescent pose, inhale. Left elbow bends. Maybe take Gomukhasana arms. Take a breath in. Whatever version you have the arms, see if you can keep it tip forward. Good. Good, good, good. Float your back leg up. Warrior 3. Left hand to the ground. Left leg stays up. Maybe bends, maybe reach back with your right hand for that foot and then kick to open. Flip around. Revolved half moon. Yes. Malasana, top of the mat. This time, see if you can bring your forearms apart. It's fine if you don't. Dolphin. And then maybe, baby Bakasana. Knees into the triceps with your forearms down. So walk your feet in, tip forward, lift the feet up. Come into toe stand. And then Chaturanga. Rise. And down dog, exhale. Give yourself a moment here. Just breathe, just breathe. Remind yourself they're just poses in case you're getting out of your body and into your head and your head is saying nonsense. They're just poses. The most important thing is your breath. Left leg back, inhale. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, cross. Inhale back. Exhale, place your foot forward. Crescent, inhale. Right elbow bends. Maybe Gomukhasana arms. Heart lifts. Come forward. Back leg lifts up. Yes. Last inhale. Right hand down to the ground. Block is great. I just didn't grab mine. Bend your back leg. Maybe bend your back leg. Maybe find your foot and then kick away. Yes. Malasana, Malasana. Cha-cha. Yes. Good. Arms apart if it's okay for dolphin. So you're just kind of making a wonky transition, like no big deal. Hands come down, legs straight. Walk your feet in toward your elbows, knees up onto your triceps. Scoop the belly up. Toes stand. And then chaturanga. Rise. And down dog. Shorten your stance a little bit. Take your feet wide. Take your left hand to your right ankle, your heel, your calf. Your left hand goes to your right leg in some form. Switch sides. Release, forearms come down, lace the hands or have them in parallel. Walk your feet in a little closer to your elbows, right leg lifts up. Maybe you feel stable here and you want to just kind of tip your head toward your hands so that you get a little lift in that right leg. You might be comfortable in Pincha Mayurasana, in which case you're welcome to go up. We'll be here for about 30 seconds. If you need a child's pose, you take a child's pose. If you have a wall near you and you want to turn toward it so that you have some stability and you feel safe, go for it. And then child's pose. Bring it down. Notice what happens in the stillness. Notice what happens when the work has fallen off. Dolphin again. If you need more time in child's pose, you stay there, do you? If you want, left leg lifts up. Maybe you start to take some little tips here. No matter what, you're breathing. Yes, 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 I see you. Beautiful. And child's pose, bring it down. Smooth out your breath. I say a lot of things often because they're important to me and they're important to this practice in my view. I say soft, even, steady breath, like almost like to the point where you probably don't even hear me say it anymore. Soft, even, steady breath. So it's not just like an inhale pop and an exhale pop, or an inhale pop and a hold and an exhale pop and a hold. It's an inhale and exhale. Peer around the corner at you. From over my shoulder, I need you. Nice and even and steady. It's soft. Maybe there's a little sound to it if you're practicing Ujjayi and you can let your mind rest on that sound. I say that a lot too. Your breath is your mantra. Sustain it. And then flip onto your back. So good. So good. I find there's like times where the breath comes, I don't want to say easy, but naturally, or it comes naturally. When we're flowing, when we're in a sun salute, it's like it's habit, the breath, it's moving meditation, the breath matches the poses. And then sometimes when we get into holds, it's like, oh yeah, but then when we get into a long hold, we start to lose it a little bit. And then when there's a lot of effort involved, we might like kind of clamp down on the breath a little bit. Sometimes you can't get that full breath in the belly when you're doing things that require your abdominals to work. So that's okay. But just noticing if it stops altogether. Bridge pose, rise up. Your feet can be as wide or as far away from your hips as it feels good on your body. Draw your shoulders under. Release down, exhale. We'll pause. Bridging again, or upward facing bow. Hands come by the ears, by the shoulders. Give yourself a generous stance here. So if this pose, if you know your back is like, you're not sure how you feel, just actually, I don't even care. Give yourself a generous stance. Your feet are wide, they're far away from your hands so that you've got plenty of room to inhale and rise up. And from there, you can adjust it. You can walk your feet back. But be accommodating to your body, especially like the first time you see a pose in a day, maybe since Friday or Saturday or Wednesday, I don't know. Release down, exhale. And then you take the feedback. How did that feel? Do you need to make an adjustment? Do you need to rest out for this last one? Inhale, rise up. Your exhale brings you out. And then if it feels good, happy baby. If not, find something that does. Supta Baddha Konasana, knees to chest, knees together, feet apart, a twist, lying flat. Sometimes lying flat is like the best, coming out of a back bend. Hug your knees into your chest, Apanasana, just like we started. And just like in the beginning, come onto hands and knees, however you want to get there. And then take the elbows forward on the ground. Really kind of walk them forward and then drop the heart through. Scoop the belly away from the ground. So come out, push into the elbows, round the back a little bit, come around, and then come up onto your hands and knees. Single leg pigeon. If you need an alternative, take it. Bring the right shin forward, the right knee forward. Okay, lots of options today. You can just stay here, upright, working the front of this hip, engaging the glute, working the outer right hip. If you want, you can come forward. If you want, and sometimes a little bit of a less aggressive front leg helps this to happen. Maybe bring this right foot a little closer toward your left hip. Get the sense of lifting here, and then maybe take this back foot in. Good. And then we've done a lot of work on this shoulder position with the arm overhead. So maybe slide your left foot into the crook of your left elbow. Reach the arm up and over, and then bring the hands together. Good. And if you're comfortable working toward king pigeon, which I don't know if I feel comfortable today or not, but I'll give you a little demo. Hopefully it won't go south. Reach back for your foot. So I take my hand, palm up, thumb facing to the right. Take the foot. This is the awkward part. You bring the foot in, and then you pivot. Oh, and then right hand goes back. It's not there for me today. I had a feeling it was not. So some days it's there, some days it's like, my body's saying no. My back is like, not today, lady. But this feels good. That's probably why I felt the urge to work this, is that I feel a little tight in this pattern, in this body pattern, this shape. Couple more breaths here. If you have the foot, release it. If you're forward, rise up. You're going to bring your back leg, your left leg around, 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 bringing your left foot to the outside of your right thigh. And I'm taking a little twist here. Good. You can actually stay here for a little bit longer if you want, or come through center, stack your knees. Your feet start to kind of flare out to the side any amount. Gomukhasana. And then if you want, adding the arms, right arm above, left arm behind, and coming forward. Where's your breath? Where's your mind? What's your body feeling? Rise up. Release the twist if you're in it. Release the arms. Left shin top of the mat. And then right leg back. I'm just going to pivot. Okay, same options. Maybe your body feels different on this side. You don't always have to work things equally. That's not how the world works. And so if maybe on this side you feel like you need something different, you go there. Ideally, we're balanced and we do everything exactly the same on the right as we do on the left, but that's just not how it works out. So you don't have to live in that delusional world. You can explore this however you want. I'll take you through that king pigeon in case it's new and confusing, but it's accessible toward you or you want to work on it. Take the hand back. My thumb points to the left. Find the foot. The elbow bends. You start to kind of pull this foot in as you pivot around. So you have to be able to make this little pivot with the arm there. Or you can also pull the foot in really close and then come up and around with the left hand. That's not happening for me today. Mister says, no, mommy, don't do it. Last few breaths. If you're forward, rise up. If you have the back leg, release it. Shift onto your left hip. Bring this right leg all the way up with control. With control. It's not just like a whip around. Control it around. Bring your foot to the outside of your left thigh. And a nice easy twist. Mister has not visited us in a while, huh? stay here or come into Gomakasana. You can do just the legs if you don't want to add the arms. Left arm above, right arm behind. Inhale, rise up. Unravel the twist if you're still in a twist. Take the legs out wide. 5 breaths here. Easy breezy. Sit tall. Maybe come forward. Extend the heels out. In this moment, decide if you want to finish your practice sitting or if you'd like to come down onto your back. And then when you're ready, find your way into your finishing position. I'm going to stay seated. You're welcome to lie down. And then when you arrive in your happy place, allow your eyes to soften. Allow your body to quiet and just receive the practice you gave yourself. That's all. Allow yourself to be still. Just open your ears, open your mind. We are all in a very different place right now. We're going through the same thing, but we receive it differently. I'm not talking about the practice you just did. I'm talking about the world as a whole and the energy that's out there. And for some of us, we feel fine, we're thriving, everything's good, and other people are really having a hard time. Some of us are struggling, and just getting up and getting on your mat is a feat, which is why I say almost every single practice, honor that you showed up on your mat today. Start to breathe a little deeper. If you're not already seated, make your way there now. And just notice how your body moves to bring you here. If you're in the group that's struggling, I'm here for you. I'm with you. And just every day, just one day at a time. You just take each day as it comes and you try to put in the things that make you feel better every single day. And then before you know it, maybe with some luck, you find some rhythm and you find something that gets you out of bed, right? Maybe not. But we're all here together. We're doing this together. And I hope you feel the support. If you feel like you're struggling now, I hope you feel this support from everyone. Hands together at your heart. Take a breath in. Bow your mind to your heart. Rise with your inhale. You're amazing. Thank you for your practice. Again, I'm Maeve. Thanks for being here.